Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's a beautiful day here in Toronto. We are looking north right now from Queen's Park North and looking north on University Avenue. You can see just sort of ahead, you can't really see too much because there's some construction going on right in the middle of the road. But it's a gorgeous day, overcast, just like I love it. Slight breeze, 16 out. And here we are at the South African Monument here at the top of Queen's Park. So it's been a while since I've recorded a video here in Toronto. We've been away for the last couple of months and been home for a couple of weeks now. And it is good to be home. There's no place like home in my eyes. So it's the middle of April right now, and like I said, I'm happy to be back in Toronto. And this video is a Queen's Park North video. Sorry, my angles might be off. I'm having a bit of a challenge with this camera. When we were away, I did several videos. I'm not sure how well they're going to turn out because I've been having some challenges with my camera. So my apologies in advance. I did a walk here in Queen's Park at the beginning of my YouTube channel 2021. And if I remember, I'll link it here. But it was, I think, February, and there was a lot of snow on the ground, if I recall. I hope everybody is doing well. For anybody that's new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I do plan on being a little bit more consistent with my videos. I do want to for sure produce a video a month, and I do hopefully have several clips at least from our travels abroad. Queen's Park North is an oval-shaped public park next to the Provincial Legislative Building, which is just up ahead. By the way, the House meets on April 29th, the 44th Parliament. First session did begin on April 14th, just FYI. Looks like there's a gathering up here. It's the Ukraine, I think. And here we are looking, sorry about that, here we are looking to the west. Looking to the east. So back to Park Talk. So we're located, Queen's Park is located technically at 111 Wellesley Street. And we were starting at the north end, just south of Bloor Street on University Avenue. The North Park is owned by the University of Toronto and leased to the city. I'm going to try and walk around. Let me get to the other side here. I'm going to cut through. We're allowed to walk through here. And the reason why I point that out is because parts of Queen Park have been somewhat segregated from the public because of the ecosystem they're trying to regenerate it. I think that's what they're trying to do. So I read recently in recent headlines, and this script is from the headlines, that $50 million was offered as a donation by the Weston family to this public park. Quite a generous donation by a well-established Canadian family. Queen's Park North is one of the oldest parks in Canada, dating back to 1860. There are 300-year-old oak trees here. Now, when I think of 300 years old, I think of massive trunks. But because when we were away, some of the trees that we saw, their trunk span were feet, like several feet across in circumference. And so it's hard to imagine what a 300-year-old tree might look like here. I should know that, considering that I'm a Canadian and there are oak trees here in Canada. I should be able to identify what a 300-year-old oak tree might look like. But hence we continue. So as I mentioned earlier, with regard to the ecosystem here, for approximately the last 15 years, the city has held back public events to protect the ecosystem here. And I did observe this, as I mentioned earlier, in my initial video in 2021. I have a feeling it might have been, like, here's the legislative building. Now, where I saw the sections blocked off, actually, yeah, they were on this north side. They weren't on the south side here, if I recall. So we're just going to walk through here. I'm overdressed and I'm hot, but I don't dare take off my jacket because I don't have anything to, it's hard to hang on to stuff when I'm holding the camera here. So here's, I guess, the police security system around the legislative building. Apparently you can go into the legislative buildings. I'm not sure if you need to plan ahead or how it works, but apparently you can go inside. So as mentioned, with regard to the donation, currently the donation plans are undetermined, but may include new washrooms, new buildings, as well as educational performances from the Royal Ontario Museum, the Royal Conservatory of Music, and the Gardner Museum. The Michael Young Family Foundation has also committed to a multi-million-dollar donation towards a related vision that already exists called University Park. It's a vision. It's not established as far as I know yet. Its vision is a 90-acre park to experience bringing green spaces together to form an outdoor connected green space. That would include recreational space for converting 9.5 acres of city-owned asphalt into native landscape, pedestrian walkways, bike paths, and cultural installations. What is that? Sorry, continuing. Its span is projected from Queen's Park, where we started, down to the waterfront. There is a website. It is University Park, one word, .evergreen.ca. So you might want to check it out because the renderings that they show of what that would look like is really impressive. I didn't read far enough to see when or, this might be considered. It's a vision at this point, to my understanding. And the rendering is really spectacular, how it connects from here all the way down to the waterfront. It would be a serious undertaking. Certainly would not be concluded in my lifespan, but or what's left of it. but it would be something to behold for Torontonians to experience, as well as visitors. Now, I do remember this section, sort of along here, along this pathway here. This whole section here was fenced off when I did my initial video. And they said if they were going to enhance this parkland, they would need to extend the perimeter for tree protection zone to be twice what is currently expected to protect a tree from any types of construction, just because of the age of the trees. And if a tree gets injured, it's next to impossible to recover it, so it would be chopped down. So that'd be quite interesting to see how that would turn out. Yikes. Hope all is well that ends well. You know, I have such fond memories of University Avenue. When I first moved to Toronto, I was working on University and King area, and I used to walk home because I lived in Midtown, close to where I live now. And I used to walk home, and I used to walk up Avenue Road, and I used to cut through U of T. And, that was, when did I start working down there? Like 1990. I still have such fond memories. And often when I'm walking home along this pathway, take my same path, cut through U of T. This is a beautiful area, particularly in the summertime. I mean, it is a beautiful day to be out today, but I sort of understand why people may not be out today, but people will often picnic out here or play, bring their kids, go for a walk. It's really quite active in the summer months. And what else can I tell you guys? Oh, another piece of information from the headlines is Terry Fox, if you remember Terry Fox. He began his Marathon of Hope April 23, I think it was, 1980. So he jogged from St. John's. His support vehicle was equipped with 8 pairs of shoes and 3 spare legs. He began his Marathon of Hope. Oh dear, I need to hang on for a second. Sorry. He began his Marathon of Hope, dipping his prosthesis into the Atlantic, and planned to finish it by doing the same in the Pacific, so from coast to coast, east to west. A keen runner, he had been stirred by news coverage of an amputee finishing a Marathon of Hope to cover that distance himself every day. His fame grew, and he continued running through rain, snow, and wind. Donations poured in, but the run was cut short in Northern Ontario after 143 days. His cancer had returned with a vengeance, and less than a year later, the BC resident died. He was only 22. He is an icon and an enduring inspiration for everyone. His fundraising to his name has since generated more than $500 million. I thought my camera was shut off. Okay, I'm going to just walk. I'm going to take you up a little bit further. And then I'll conclude when we reach Bloor Street. And I'm going to take my jacket off as soon as I shut off the camera. And also something to mention that's important and very fitting, considering this is a YouTube channel. Happy birthday to YouTube. Happy 20th birthday, YouTube. So 2 decades ago, this video sharing platform made its debut with its first upload of a video titled Me and the Zoo. I've never viewed it. Maybe you have. I watch a lot of YouTube. Like, maybe too much YouTube, if there is such a thing. I really do enjoy YouTube because it's current. It's, it's pretty much, in large part, a couple days old. Each video might be a couple of days old, so it's pretty close to real time. Versus watching TV programs and movies that are often made a year plus in advance before they're actually, put on for viewing. So I do love YouTube, and there's just so much that I watch. Watch everything from makeup to murder, of course, a lot of true crime. Spend a lot of time watching true crime videos, interrogations, police interrogations. That's sort of been what I've been watching a lot lately. So just a little bit more about YouTube. This video sharing website started off as a way to broadcast yourself and has turned into a cultural phenomenon. YouTube has added and changed many things, including employment opportunities. Many people who are on YouTube have millions of subscribers and earn a lot of money just based on their YouTube channel. So these content creators can earn a very lucrative living, or at the very least, well, not at the very least, but for many, can earn a living, pay their bills, and enjoy life. And for some people, it's a side hustle. They have, a daytime job, and then they have a YouTube channel. In my case, it's sort of my retirement project. So you can find, all kinds of things here on YouTube. There's a multitude of content, all types of genres, from educational, informative, silly and fun, whatever you want. You can type it in pretty much and find what you're looking for. How to fix something, how to knit. You can do a lot on YouTube. You can learn a lot from YouTube. People have followed on YouTube from desktop days, desktop computers, to smartphones, and to televisions that are connected. I spend most of my YouTube watching on the TV, on the big screen, and then at night in bed I watch it on my tablet. I mostly watch shorts on my tablet. But the thing about watching shorts, I have to warn you, if you don't already know, it can totally consume you before you know it, like an hour is gone. So, especially if you're trying to go to sleep. YouTube now apparently reports that 1 billion hours of content are spent on YouTube every day. That's very telling. Well, I hope to get this video out before my content from abroad gets published, because there's going to be a lot of editing required, and they may just end up being clips, maybe more of storytelling. I'm not sure yet, but please look forward to stay tuned, subscribe, maybe ring that notification bell for my abroad videos from Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji. Thank you very much for watching. This is Boomer Girl Walking, signing off.